So thoughts of the day.
Who's
Thoughts
up?
of the day is Eli.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, bro?
Do I really want to say what's
on your mind,
So
bro?
I came
It's
in
a
the
free-
room.
it's a safe
Okay,
space.
you know,
It's
it's a safe space. I'll be real with myself. Like I came in kind of hot. Okay, you know, these guys are putting me on the spot, but I came in kind of hot. You know, because I was having a conversation with someone in my life,
Yeah.
and they become very overwhelmed. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that type of person, so my brain doesn't really work that way. So, you know, if I have a list of things to do, I sort of just start at the top and work my way down more systematically. But this person becomes overwhelmed because they put so much energy towards, I have so much stuff to do rather than just doing what they have to do,
Yeah.
right? So they only have a little bit of energy left to actually take care of their responsibilities.
Right.
So they always feel exhausted. They always feel overwhelmed.
That's good.
So I was trying to give the advice as to just, you know, compartmentalize, start this one, start this place, start that place, whatever, and just like focus on one thing at a time because you're not really making any progress if you're focusing on everything, right? So, but I also have to remember, this was on my mind, that people, their brains don't work the same
Yep.
as me. So
For sure.
for me, that's obvious and that's easy and that's like, it makes sense. But I have to remember, you know, sometimes advice isn't always what people need, right? Sometimes they just need an outlet.
Yeah,
right?
especially in that
That's
in
good.
that case.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's
So
true. Sometimes you just want to be heard.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want
They
to
just want to be
vent
heard.
a
Just
little
want
bit.
to
That's- I know, I've
like, I
learned
hear
that,
you and I
yeah.
understand. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
give a
still
hug.
not the best at
Bro,
that.
none of us are.
But
No,
like,
we ain't built
you
like
know,
that, bro.
trying my best to like listen instead of being like, look, it could be a lot easier if you just did this.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do, but I
Because
just
We're
Go
like
ahead.
we're all like action based, you know.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we like to solve problems. That's
Mm-hmm.
honestly like probably why we're here together doing this. We all like find like little problems like a puzzle to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you're giving us a problem. Nice. Let me help you fix it.
Yeah,
She's like, yo, I don't
exactly.
need fixing, bro.
And that's
I
sort
need
of
a
like
hug.
what I would need. Like if I
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
one of you guys and
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
like,
this is
how
going
do
on
I
my
work-
life.
how do I work
you
through
would
this
say
problem?
step 1, step 2, step 3, and I'd be like, cool. And I would hang up and I would do step 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't always like know what to do, but I always, or not always, I often dedicate my energy to what's actually going to be beneficial for me in the situation. So yes, I don't know the answer, and yes, I have to reach out to people and find my answers, but I don't sit and sulk about it being too
That's the
much.
thing.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I find frustrating, and that's kind of what's on my mind. It's
Yeah.
like when I get frustrated with people, I have to also kind of humble myself and say, our brains work differently. We're not,
Yeah.
you know, we're not always like what's obvious to me is not obvious to everyone, and what's obvious to everyone's not obvious to me, right? So
Facts.
yeah, like I don't know. And then we have those conversations amongst us, and I'm like, you guys get it.
Yeah.
And then I have those conversations with other important people in my life, and they may not get it right away,
Yeah.
right? And that's part of just
That's
kind
why
of-
there's balance, right? Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be good at certain things, you're gonna be good at certain things. That's why
Exactly.
it works.
Yeah,
right?
exactly, right? And yeah, so yeah, as those conversations come up, I try to just like take a deep breath and just
Always.
chill and like, you know, make this conversation productive. Even if you don't, it's not productive to you, make this a productive conversation.
Right.
Even if that means just making the relationship closer and whatever.
It's more like it's not what you want to give, it's more what she needs or
Yeah.
he needs or the
Whoa,
person
whoa.
needs.
It is specified. It's
It could be
specified.
she, he, a person.
And
Like,
they-
why are you making your
they, them, they,
It's
them.
like
I
he,
didn't-
she, them, or whoever.
Whoever
like,
it is, man.
Nah, whoever the person is, bro. This
Yeah.
guy jumped in before I
I was
thought
like,
I
whoa, whoa,
sent
whoa,
it.
whoa.
Yeah.
Chill out, my brother.
Like, let me.
That couch coming nice tonight.